There's a moment in every connection where someone does something and you can't unsee it. Not because they showed you their best self, because they showed you their actual self. And now your brain is doing something it's never done before. It's trying to convince you that you caused this, that you made them authentic, that somehow your presence unlocked something in them that was locked before. But here's what no one tells you. You didn't unlock anything. You just made them feel safe enough to stop lying. And that's about to cost you everything if you don't understand what's actually happening. I got a message last week from someone named Rachel. She wrote, "He looked at me differently yesterday, like he finally saw me, and now he won't stop texting me. But something feels off, like he's obsessed with me. Not in a romantic way, in a desperate way. Like I did something to him. And I'm terrified when he realizes I'm not who he thinks I am. He's going to break." Rachel thinks she did something. She didn't. She just watched someone's defenses collapse in real time. And now she's terrified of what happens when they rebuild. This is the attachment trap. And it catches approximately 60% of people in meaningful connections. Let me walk you through what happened with Rachel and this person. Because understanding the mechanics will save you from the guilt that's about to destroy you. 3 weeks before that text, Rachel went to a dinner party. She was quiet. Not shy quiet, bored quiet. She was there physically, but her mind was somewhere else. The guy, let's call him Marcus, noticed this. Not in the way normal people notice things. He noticed the quality of her quietness. Here's what Marcus saw. He saw someone who wasn't trying. In his 32 years of life, Marcus had been around hundreds of women. Women who laughed at his jokes too hard. Women who remembered details about his life he never mentioned. Women who seemed incredibly interested in him. All of it felt transactional. But Rachel didn't even look at him for the first hour. And his nervous system registered something it hadn't felt in years. Safety. Not because Rachel was being nice. Because Rachel didn't need anything from him. She wasn't trying to impress him. She wasn't performing. She was just available. Present. Not for him, just present. Now here's where most people get it wrong. People think Marcus got attracted to Rachel because of some special quality she has. Beauty, humor, intelligence. That's not what happened. Marcus got attached to Rachel because of something neuroscientific and brutal. She activated his dopamine system by representing the absence of threat. Let me decode that. Marcus grew up in a house where love was conditional. His mom loved him when he performed, when he got good grades, when he was funny at dinner, when he made her proud. When he didn't, she was withdrawn, cold, unavailable. So Marcus learned a pattern. Love equals effort. Love equals performance. Love equals the constant anxiety of wondering if you're enough today. Then Rachel walks in, not trying, not performing, just existing. And his nervous system went, wait, I don't have to do anything? I can just be here? That feeling, that relief, that's dopamine. Studies show that 73% of attachment trauma gets triggered in the first 6 weeks of a new connection. The reason? Because that's the exact window where someone's defenses are thinnest. Marcus's defenses were paper thin around Rachel. And here's what he did next, because it's predictable. He started orbiting her. Not texting, not asking her out, just appearing. In her stories, in her comments, in spaces where she existed. And each time she responded, even neutrally, his brain registered another hit of dopamine. She acknowledged me. She sees me. But the trap wasn't the texting. The trap was what happened in Rachel's mind. Rachel starts noticing the texts. And instead of feeling flattered, she feels pressure. Not because Marcus is being inappropriate. He's not. He's just consistently present. Every day. Small moments. But present. And Rachel's brain starts doing something insidious. It starts taking credit. I must have done something. I must have said something that made him feel this way. I must have given him signals. Why? Because humans have a cognitive bias called the illusion of control. We'd rather believe we caused something bad and therefore can control it than accept that something is happening to us that we can't control. Rachel would rather believe, I made him feel this way, so I can unmake it, than accept, He's having an attachment response I didn't intentionally trigger, and I might not be able to undo it. So Rachel does what people in this position always do. She starts trying to untrigger him. She becomes less available. She answers slower. She's polite but distant. She's trying to show him that she's not the person he thinks she is. But here's the problem. Her withdrawal reads as playing hard to get. Marcus's system is already primed for abandonment. His mother was withdrawn. And now Rachel, the one person who made him feel safe, is becoming withdrawn. His nervous system goes into overdrive. He increases contact. More texts. More appearing. More trying. And Rachel feels the desperation and thinks, oh my God, I really did do something to him. I created this monster. This is my fault. She blames herself for his attachment response. She feels responsible for his healing. She starts managing his emotions instead of just living her life. And this is where the connection transforms from potential love into emotional labor. Rachel has become his therapist, his emotional regulator, his substitute for the mother who never made him feel safe. And she didn't even realize when it happened. Let me be brutally honest with you. You are not responsible for how his nervous system responds to you. Say that again. Write it down. Memorize it. You are not responsible for how his nervous system responds to you. This is the hardest truth in attachment psychology. You can be the most aware, the most emotionally intelligent, the most genuinely kind person in the world, and someone's trauma response will still activate around you. Not because you did something, because their brain is protecting them the only way it knows how. Marcus's mother made him feel safe through conditional approval. Rachel made him feel safe through unconditional presence. His nervous system couldn't tell the difference. It just registered, this person makes me feel less afraid. And his ancient, evolutionarily programmed brain said, attach, protect, don't lose this. Research shows that 65% of people misinterpret emotional safety as romantic compatibility. They think, I feel safe with them, so we're meant to be together. When really it's just, my nervous system recognizes that you're not going to hurt me the way I've been hurt before. Two very different things. Here's what Rachel didn't understand. Marcus wasn't in love with her. He was in love with the absence of threat. And the moment he realizes she's human, flawed, unavailable sometimes, not always present, his brain will rewrite the narrative. He'll go from, she's my person, to, she was never who I thought she was. And Rachel will go from, I made him feel this way, to, I ruined it by not being perfect enough. When really, neither was ever true. So here's what Rachel should have done and what you should do if you see this happening. Step 1 is to name what's actually occurring. Not, he has feelings for me, but his nervous system is using me as a regulator because his attachment wounds are triggered. This sounds cold. It's not. It's honest. Step 2, stop trying to manage his healing. This is the hardest one. Rachel wanted to help Marcus understand that she wasn't his savior. So she became more withdrawn, thinking it would teach him self-sufficiency. Spoiler, it didn't. It just activated his abandonment wound. Instead, Rachel should have maintained clear, consistent boundaries. Not less contact, consistent contact. Not hot and cold, steady and honest. Because what Marcus's nervous system actually needs isn't confusion. It's reliability. He needs to learn, I can depend on this person to be themselves, and that's enough. Not, I can depend on this person to meet my needs. Step 3, stop accepting responsibility for his choices. Here's the line you draw. You can be kind. You can be present. You can be genuine. But you cannot be responsible for whether he stays or leaves. His nervous system. His choice. His healing work. Rachel tried to control Marcus's emotional response by controlling her own behavior. But you can't control another person's attachment system. You can only control whether you participate in the dysfunctional dance. And that's where the power actually is. Step 4. Understand the timeline. This matters. The first 6 to 8 weeks of a connection, someone's defenses are down. They might seem more authentic, more open, more their real self than they'll ever be again. But they're not seeing clearly, and you're not either. This is why moving fast feels magical and usually ends in disaster. Research shows that couples who move slowly, defined as 3 or more months before exclusivity, have 40% higher relationship satisfaction at the 2-year mark. Not because slow is better, but because slow gives the nervous system time to calibrate, to realize this person isn't my savior. They're just a person, and I still like them. That's sustainable attachment. Everything else is neurochemistry misinterpreted as destiny. Now I know what you're thinking, but what if I'm Marcus? What if I'm the one whose defenses are collapsing? What if I'm the one getting attached to someone who doesn't feel the same way? Good question. Because here's the thing about attachment wounds, they don't care if you're the one pursuing or the one being pursued. You could be Rachel managing someone else's attachment or Marcus having your attachment triggered. The wound is the same. If I can just be perfect enough, valuable enough, consistent enough, they won't leave. And the antidote is the same for both. Stop trying to control the outcome. I know it sounds simple. It's not. It means you show up as yourself, not the version of yourself that you think will keep them. The actual version, with flaws, with boundaries, with your own needs. You stay consistent, not because it will make them love you, because it's who you are. You let them decide, and you accept that they might decide wrong, or that you might decide wrong, or that you're both deciding wrong but doing it anyway. And the most radical part? You become okay with that uncertainty, because the moment you're okay with losing them, you actually have power. Not power over them, power within yourself. The power to not need their validation to know you're enough. That's when real love becomes possible, not the desperate, neurochemical kind that Marcus was experiencing, but the grounded, choosing you every day kind that actually lasts. And here's what's wild. Most people choose the desperate version. Why? Because the grounded version requires you to believe you're already enough. And that's the hardest attachment work of all. So let me close this with what Rachel finally realized. She wasn't responsible for Marcus's attachment, but she was responsible for not participating in it. And that's the distinction that changes everything. You cannot prevent someone's nervous system from responding to you. You cannot untrigger someone's wounds just by being a certain way. But you can refuse to become their emotional life raft. You can say, I care about you. I'm here. And I'm not going to manage your attachment response. That's not unkind. That's the kindest thing you can do. Because the only way someone heals from abandonment is by learning that they survive when you're not available. That they're okay even when you have boundaries. That your presence is a gift, not a requirement. And the only way you stay sane is by refusing to carry someone else's healing on your shoulders. So here's what I want you to do. The next time you notice someone's attachment activating around you, or the next time you feel your own attachment activated, pause. Ask yourself, am I responsible for their healing? Or am I just responsible for being honest? The answer will tell you everything. Because here's the truth that no one says out loud. The people we think we need to save, they don't need saving. They need someone to be honest enough to not pretend they can be saved. That person could be you, but only if you're willing to disappoint them. And you are.